My 20s are almost over, so I feel like I should make this video. If you are in your early 20s, please pay attention. I'm 28. I've been through it. I'm still going through it. But if there's something I have learned, it is these 10 things. So let's just get right on into it. If you are in your early 20s, you need to be entitled. So many people think that is such a bad thing because they conflate entitledness with lacking hard work or lacking discipline. But being entitled is such a good thing, and is the only reason why I truly believe I have gotten everything that I want in life, because I am entitled AF. I know what I should get. I know what I deserve. And I do question people who are older than me, who claim to be wiser than me, who claim to be experts in whatever it is that they do. I do question it. I do question it in a healthy way, but I am entitled because I know that I should be getting the best and nothing but the best. So the best example that I can give to this is when I go to the doctor's office, I ask so many questions about whatever it is that's going on. Now, keep in mind, I have a background in biomedical engineering, so I do know a bit about the health industry and just like how it works and everything. But whenever I'm getting a service done in life, just in general, I will ask questions. I don't just accept what people say as the truth. And if I need to, I'll get a second opinion. I will also Google and do research online to make sure that, what they are saying is valid. Like, I think when I was younger, I was taught that, you shouldn't question doctors because, they know what's best, or you shouldn't question teachers because they know what's best. But the truth is, everyone is learning every single second, and no one has the answers to everything. So when someone tells me like, oh, you should be doing this for your health, I say, okay, why? What is the reason why? Like, I'm already doing this, so why do you think this is more beneficial? And then people take entitlement, or the idea of entitlement, and they're like, oh, well, you should just accept whatever is given to you and you should just be happy with that. No, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't. Throw that out the window. No, you shouldn't. If there's anything that I would change about my early 20s, is that I would honestly be even more entitled than what I already am. It's not a bad thing. You're getting everything you want, and people who tell you that you are entitled are people who haven't gotten anything that they want in life. Next, I would say is to be active. Get off the couch. Stop rotting. I don't feel like doing anything. It's not doing anything for you. I know, like, every now and again you need a rotting day. I get that. But rotting every single day because you just don't know what to do with your life, it's not going to get you anywhere. You have to take action in something to get somewhere, to get to where you want to be, to take that first step. Rotting in bed and watching other people live their dream lives is not going to do anything for you. You have to get up and make something out of yourself. You have to get up and do it. And if there's one thing that I have started to notice in my life, I'm 28 years old, like I said, I have noticed that people that have not taken their health seriously during their 20s are in awful conditions. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. And it's like, it started after college, because in college you are, walking around campus every day. You're hanging out with your friends. You may be going and doing this, and you naturally walk and move and have an active lifestyle. But if you do not actively do that, pursue an active lifestyle after college, your health is going to go straight downhill. And there's one thing that I 1,000% will believe and preach until I die, is that health is wealth. It doesn't matter how much money you make, your health is wealth. You need to get up and move your body every single day. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You can get on the Stairmaster, you can walk around the block, you can walk around the mall, you can do whatever, but you need to be moving your body every single day. I cannot emphasize it enough. It is so, so important for your health. And if you want to have a long, fruitful life, you need to take your health seriously. So please, for the love of all things good, just be active and move your body. Third thing, oh my gosh, I wish I learned this one sooner. I really wish I did. And that is to decenter men. I don't feel like it is talked about enough how much your life changes when you just decenter men. Just focus on yourself. Focus on what you want to do. Focus on your life and your goals and your accomplishments in life. It's honestly so sad to me, how women have been trained their entire lives to appease a man, for whatever reason, to aspire to be in a relationship, or to aspire to have a man or a boyfriend or whatever it is. And it's happens so young. Even when you go to nail salon, they're like, oh, you got boyfriend? All the time. And it is always just in the back of your mind. Even if you are someone that's very career driven and very aligned with and focused on what you want to do in life, it is always there. And the moment I decentered men, which was not until recently. I'll be so honest. It wasn't until about 3 years ago that I was like, you know what? Screw this. I don't even care anymore. And after that was when I actually started to meet quality people, actual quality people. Not to say that I'm dating, not to say that I'm still single, so it hasn't gotten much further. But when you start to put yourself first and decenter men out of your life, oh my gosh, it's like a whole world just opens up. You all of a sudden discover new hobbies, you discover new interests, you discover, new friends, and like your life just becomes so much more fulfilling. And you also attract in the people that you want to be in your life. Like, there is no better reason but to decenter men. And I wish I had taken this more seriously when I was younger. And I wish there was someone to just like tell me, like, you do not have to aspire to this. You do not have to settle for some lazy man. You do not have to aspire for some boy who has no idea what he's doing in his life either. And is just like pushing all of his beliefs onto you. You do not have to settle for that. Do not settle at all. Just decenter men. Life will get better. I promise you it will. The next one is so important. It has really changed my life in the last 2 years. And that is to get in an environment that you want to be a part of. I now live in LA, but I used to live in Delaware. And everywhere in Delaware, there were no influencers. There was no one that was online, that was doing social media seriously, that was anywhere near where I wanted to be. Like, everyone had like a 9 to 5. They were working their job and they were, living this suburban lifestyle, which is great if that's what you want to do. But I knew I wanted something totally different for my life. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm moving. And I moved to LA, where now most people that I meet on a regular basis are creators. Most people aren't working 9 to 5s. Most people are doing things that are aligned with them that also make them money. So I didn't start to have the mindset of abundance until I moved in an environment where there were other people that were doing the things that I wanted to do. And even if you can't move across the country, you can still find people online to follow. You can still find other people that are within a community online so that you have someone to look up to and have something to look forward to, and also have people that you can connect to, because that connection is so imperative. I heard this quote a few years ago, and since then I have always thought about it in my everyday life, and it is, you are a combination of the 5 people you spend your most time with. At the time, I was spending my time with people who were focused on their 9 to 5s, on building their career and climbing the corporate ladder, and that wasn't something that I wanted to do. So I didn't want to be a combination of those 5 people. So I just moved and I got new 5 people. And again, it's not as simple as moving, because some people won't be able to move. I get that, but you can still change your everyday Instagram feed, your everyday TikTok feed. You can really change who you were following so that you have a similar mindset and you are around people that have a similar mindset to you, or where you want to be in life. Now that leads me to the next one, is to never take advice from people who are not living the life that you want to live. Like, if you would not trade places with them, don't ever take their advice. And this goes for family, friends, people that you've known your entire lives. If you would not trade places with them right now, today, as their life is right now, don't even listen to what they have to say. It's not worth your time. It really isn't. And I put this in an analogy for a friend the other day, where I was like, let's say you want to buy a boat. Are you going to go to your friend down the street who doesn't even have a car and say, hey, how do I buy a boat? Can you give me advice? It wouldn't make sense, because they don't have a car, but they also don't have a boat. So how can you ask someone to give you advice on how to buy a boat if they've never bought a boat before? And yes, it's a very simplistic example, but if they are not sitting in the lives that you want to live, do not take their advice. It is a waste of your time. It is a waste of your energy. It is a waste of your brain waves. It doesn't make any sense. Do not take their advice. And there are some people that will give you unsolicited advice, and they'll be like, oh, I think you should. I don't care. I don't care what you think I should do. It does not matter to me. I'm not going to take your advice, because I would not trade lives with you at all at any given point. On the flip side, the people that you do take advice from must be people that have some type of character trait or some type of achievement that you want to have for yourself. Be extremely careful about who you're taking advice from, because people will give you their unwarranted advice all day long, and it's never good advice. They will be leading you down the wrong path every single time. This next one's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings, and that is that everyone is figuring it out. No one has the right answer. No one has the answer for you. No one knows exactly what's going on. People will make it seem like they like have all the answers, that they know all the time of like what they're doing and where they're going and how their life is going, blah, blah, blah. And it's all a big lie. It's a sham. No one truly knows what they are doing in life. And it doesn't matter if they are professional, if they have a degree, if they, have a ton of years of experience, may have an inkling, right? They may have knowledge, but no one has all of the answers, including your friends, your family, and your parents. And the moment that you realize that your parents are living life for the first time, just like you are, is the moment where you're like, maybe I should take advice from certain people. Like, you're like, maybe they don't really know and they're just giving their best guess. And there's nothing wrong with that. But again, back to the last one, don't take advice from people that you would not trade lies with. So everyone is figuring out along the way. And even the people that seem like they haven't figured out and, they're doing all these things and they just seem like they're so successful, especially in your early 20s, it just seems like everybody else like knows what they're doing and you're the only person that doesn't. I promise you 1,000% no one knows what they're doing. No, and everyone's just making it up as they go. They're making it up on the fly. They are going where they feel guided. They're going with their intuition. They are doing what they think is best for them at that time. And you should be doing what you think is best for you at any given time. At that time, what is the best decision for you? And then follow along with that decision. So no one has all the answers. Everyone is always figuring it out. Even when you get to 30, 40, 50, it's like life changes and life is supposed to change. You evolve with life. You evolve as you grow and you should be growing every year. Like you should be changing and developing as a person as the years go by. So thinking that one person has the answer, that one person like has it all figured out is totally false. It's not true. No one knows what they're doing. Everyone's just putting their best foot forward and you should be doing the same thing too. Okay, this next one is going to require you to do a little bit of cleansing and some clearing out, probably even on social media, and that is to spend time with people that energize you. If you spend time with people that make you feel bad about yourself, you're only going to keep feeling bad about yourself and you're only going to keep rotting in your bed every single day. Like that is just the plain truth. You have to spend time with people that make you feel excited about life, that make you feel joyful, that make you feel like you're doing something and make you feel like you're like achieving things and make you just feel good. And those people can also still be challenging you. They can also still be encouraging you to do better for yourself and to do more and to live, an even better life than what you're doing right now. But if you spend time with people that just make you feel like total crap, and they don't pour into you, they don't care about what you're doing, they have snide comments all the time, they always are gossiping about somebody else, they're always talking about somebody and doing something else, they are not the people that you need to be spending time with. If you leave your brunch or that encounter or whatever feeling like, I need a nap, that is not the person you should be hanging out with. When you leave, you should be feeling energized, like you want to hang out with them again, like you like have all the energy in the world to achieve your dreams and do what you want to do in life. And I learned this the hard way because I've had so many friends like that I've, been friends with for years and years and years. And after a while, I just got so drained after hanging out with him that I was like, this actually may not be the best friendship for me. I actually don't feel encouraged by them. I actually feel like I need to go take a nap. I need to go lay down. I need to go like clear my energy and clear my space and clear my mind because of that interaction. So if you are with people that don't make you feel energized, and again, it's probably people that are the closest to you and it hurts the most, but if they don't make you feel energized, then you should not be hanging around them. Next is something that I also should practice a little bit more, I will say, and that is to take calculated risks. When you're in your young 20s, you really don't have a lot of responsibilities, especially when, you don't have kids, you don't have, let's say, like a house, or you don't have, a partner or something. So it's just you living life, doing what you think is best every single day. And the reason why I say I wish I would exercise this more is because I think I took a lot of uncalculated risks, but I would recommend that you take more calculated risks. So by that, I mean, if you decide like, what, actually I do need to move to a new city. I need to like start my life over. I need to, do what is actually aligned to me. Like make sure you have like some savings. Make sure you have a plan. Make sure you have, maybe a few ways to earn money on the side just in case, things go wrong. I've seen so many videos on YouTube that are like, I moved to LA with no plan. Girl, that is not a calculated risk. That is not a calculated risk. Please don't do that. That is not. And everyone's situation will be so different, but take calculated risks because even though you have time to kind of make up for that decision later on, your 20s are such an empowering time of your life where it really like sets the trajectory from where you're going to be for the rest of your life. So like if you are someone who doesn't exercise, who doesn't take care of their body, who doesn't care about taking care of their health, that is definitely going to show up when you are 30s, 40s, 50s. And if you're someone who, doesn't invest in retirement in your early 20s, that is definitely going to become a problem when you're in your 30s, your 40s, and your 50s. So you really have to consider the risks that you are taking, make sure that they are calculated, that you have, a plan B, if you will, that you have other options just in case things don't work out as you want them to be. However, you should still be taking risks, because this is a time to take risks. Like, this is a time where you can really build a life that you want. And yes, you can do it in your 30s and 40s and 50s, but if you do it now in your 20s, it could have grand effects for you later on. So I wish I'd taken more calculated risks as opposed to more uncalculated risks. But I am happy with the decisions that I have made. And because of that, it's allowed me to change my life and live in a way that most people don't get to live in their 20s. And I would have never achieved that if I would have not taken the risk at all. So hopefully it makes sense. Take calculated risks. Make sure you're thinking about the decisions that you're making, but also have some plans in place so that they do make sense. Next, and this is number 9, is to trust your intuition. If you are a woman, I promise you your intuition will always tell you. You always know. There's something you're like, something's not right about this. Something I just know, like, I don't have physical evidence yet, but something's not right here. And that is your intuition. Trust it. It will guide you in the direction that you need to go. And a lot of times it doesn't really make sense. Like I said, like, you don't have like hard evidence, like you don't have it, like in your face, but the truth will always come out. Just trust your intuition with whatever that means. If you have like this like dying urge feeling that something is happening, that is your intuition that is trying to come out. And your intuition is like, it will just nudge at you time and time and time again. And it's something that you can't really escape. Like, you're just like, I just feel something about this. Like, I feel something this is going to take me in a certain direction, or I feel like this is good for me, or I feel like this is bad for me. Your intuition will always be knocking, whereas your ego's like, okay, let's do it. Like, there's no type of resistance or anything, but your intuition will always guide you into the right direction. So just trust your intuition and learn when it is your intuition versus when it is your ego that is speaking. And the last thing, I wish I would have done this so much more, especially in my early 20s, but that is to do things that excite you. It is okay to be different. If you love crocheting and that is just what makes you excited, then go do it. If you love building Lego sets on the weekends, go do that. Like, if you love just walking around, the mall every day, like for your means of exercise, go do that. Like, there is no limitation to what you can do. And I think so many times we hold ourselves back from doing things that we genuinely enjoy because we're like, oh, well, like I should be doing this, or like, oh, I should be more serious. Oh, I should, blah, blah, blah. If it makes you happy, go do it. Even if there aren't people around you that you see doing it, just go, just try it out. There have been so many occasions where I've been like, I really just want to like try this out and see how it goes. And I do. And it's just so much fun. So the first time I did this was when I was going horseback riding when I first moved to LA, and it was so much fun. I enjoyed it so much. And I actually posted about it on Instagram. People were so excited about it because they were like, I have been wanting to do this, and I just like have felt like so nervous to do it. But now that I see you doing it, I'm going to go try it out myself now. Just recently, I started playing tennis because I'm like, I just want to learn tennis. Like, I want to have an activity that's competitive that I can do. And I started learning tennis, and now it's been like my weekly joy that I'm just like, I enjoy this so much. It's so much fun. And I don't know anyone personally that plays tennis, but everyone that I've met through tennis and through doing sports has just been so much fun and like so great to get to know and put myself out there and meet new people. So I love it, and I love that I took that chance on myself, and I just do something that makes me feel excited. Like, every single week I'm doing something that I enjoy, and life is about experiencing joy. Like, you can't always be serious every second of the day. Like, yes, you have goals. Yes, you have things you want to achieve in life. Yes, there are things that you want to do, but you need to have some fun, okay? Work hard, play hard. Have a little bit of fun every now and again, and do something that really excites you, even if other people think it's corny, other people think it's weird, or, you don't see anyone else doing it. So hopefully you guys like this video. If you want to hear about different books that I read during my early 20s that really helped me set me on this trajectory, let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, please consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.